Countdown to Halloween, featuring Gregory Miller's Dark Nights and Candlelight, 31 Tiny October Tales. Every night at exactly midnight, a new story will appear on StoryLink Radio's YouTube channel. You'll have 24 hours to listen, then it will disappear and the next one will appear. Plan to catch these each day or you'll miss one. Each story will be 2 to 13 minutes long. If you haven't already, be sure to listen to the introduction to the book right here on this channel. And now, tonight's story from Dark Nights and Candlelight, 31 Tiny October Tales. October 24th, The Candles. I woke up with only shades of memory. It had been warm until then, warm and dark. I'd been swimming in a sea of dreams and calm silence. And then the dreams ended, fading into feelings almost as vague as my memories. And light poured in through my eyes. No need to blink, no need to squint. What I saw was as clear as spring water, and I drank it all in like a desert lost man. I was looking at a young boy. He couldn't have been more than 10, and his smile stoked the embers of my tamped-down heart. Late afternoon light, prismed through golden leaves, danced on his dark hair and sweater and the cement back porch upon which we sat. The boy reminded me of someone. Every memory felt packed in soft gauze, but I vaguely thought Henry, and then son. But of course this boy wasn't him, couldn't be him, for Henry was grown now. Grown and graying and far away. Sure did look like him, though. "Done," the boy called to someone behind me. In the kitchen, I thought instinctively, through the sliding glass door. "Great, Henry. Let's see it. Turn it around." His name was Henry. And when he picked me up and turned me around, my unblinking eyes saw my house. But of course it hasn't been my house in over 20 years. We'd moved somewhere. And standing in the doorway was Mary. No, Margie, I corrected myself. So beautiful, so young. But she's dead, I thought. For how long, I didn't know. Years and years. I remember now, though. She died 17 years before me. Pancreatic cancer took her away in a quick and freezing gust of hospital rooms and pain. Oh, I remember everything now, you see. Then a man came up to stand beside her. And even in my haze, I knew him instantly. For, of course, it was me. Young, hale, full of careless energy and unacknowledged good health. I wore a burnt pumpkin dress shirt, tan slacks, and a jack-o'-lantern tie, just home from work. "Nice one, Henry," my younger self said, looking down at me. "Look at those teeth you gave him." "And that nose." Henry picked me up, carried me around the side yard to the front, and positioned me on the ledge by the front door. "Can we put the candle in it and light it now?" he asked. The young me, having taken a shortcut through the house, stepped out the front door and looked up at the gently darkening sky. "Sure, I guess it's time. I'll go get the one I made so they can sit together." And then I felt the top of my head lifted off. The ripe scent of pumpkin mingled with the soft aroma of candle, and moments later the acrid smell of a lit match. As soon as the match touched the wick of the candle inside me, all the vagueness left. Like a morning fog burned off by sunrise, and my full memories flooded back, every detail of every moment. Suddenly I knew exactly what the date was. October 31st, 1978. And what had happened to me. I had died in January 2017. After a long period of diminishment followed by a final massive stroke, and somehow been sent back. There was no shock, no panic, no questions, not even any wonder, really. Just a clean blend of contentment and gratitude. Then my younger self came back out of the house, set another jack-o'-lantern down beside me, and lit that one, too. "There we go," he said to Henry. "They make a fine pair." Henry quickly went inside and donned his costume. Darth Vader, complete with rolled-up taped piece of orange poster board for a lightsaber. Then headed out into the cool evening, small hand in my younger self, big one. And through my clear, unblinking new eyes, I could see us going from house to house, even as we should have disappeared from sight down the street. I saw and felt everything. Was there with my son at every front door, witnessed the bucketing of every treat, smelled every candlelit jack-o'-lantern. I wondered then, what if every carved face and lit candle was a return, though no one but the returned could ever know it? What if Halloween, so often a celebration of death, was also a return to life? The possibility flitted through my mind. Then I went back to enjoying the moment. So many moments, so many hours and days and weeks passed like cat-napped dreams, only appreciated in remembrance. Yet here, now, I was alive again, to recognize them as they happened. When we all arrived back at the house again, Henry's ears red, his pumpkin bucket packed tight with mini Mars bars and Mike and Ike boxes and Reese's peanut butter cups, my vision settled back into its candlelit home. The door opened. My wife's voice greeted the two returning adventurers. Henry started talking excitedly, and then the door closed, leaving me out in the deep gloaming as Halloween wound down, a lone pilgrim in a darkening world. Or so I thought. "Robert?" I barely heard it the first time, a whisper in the back of my mind. "Robert? Robert?" Clearer now. "Yes," I thought out. "My darling, I knew it was you." Margie. There was so much to say. I began to think out a torrent of stumbling words, but she stopped me. "There's no need for that. I can feel everything you're thinking already. Can't you do the same for me?" I paused. I waited in stillness. And in the stillness, I felt and felt more. And then I did. Sometime soon, shortly before his bedtime, Henry will open the door one last time, lift our lids, and blow out our candles. And we, in going out, will put to sleep the last great Halloween of his childhood. But how wonderful to live home again, if only for one more evening and all the vastness of time. And until that moment, here we sit, my wife and I, two tiny lights in a sea of night, holding hands that aren't hands, sharing a gift that is stronger than loss. You've just heard tonight's story from Dark Nights and Candlelight, 31 Tiny October Tales from author Gregory Miller. You can get this book right now on Amazon at the on-screen link, and Kindle Unlimited users can borrow a copy of the book for free. You can learn more about Gregory Miller and his many amazing books and projects at his website, On Screen. If you have not already, be sure to listen to our event video here and visit our event website to learn all about our upcoming events. Remember to come back after midnight for our next tale. Oh, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button for StoryLink Radio.